Looks like we might be going underway now. Okay, well, we're starting now. Hello everybody. I am Guff, or Gupson. I'm going to be your only commentator tonight. There's going to be Koopsis was going to be commentating, but she decided to drop out a while ago. So here, this is the turning race between Orchlon and Frazzle Dazzle. This is a relatively equal race. Both of these runners have really decent times. They're about around 2 minutes apart in PBs.
It's crashing time.
So yeah, apologies if I don't end up commentating that much. It's really early in the morning for me. Plus, I'm the only one commentating. So, anyways, here they're Orch and Frazzle are doing first mission, the Coal Caper. Basically, serves as a tutorial for the level.
Sweet.
Next mission we'll be doing here is SMRT, where we race Principal Skinner to the school. One notable thing you'll see is that every now and then the runners will be going towards coins from boxes and vending machines. And that is because throughout the run, we will need a ton of coins to buy various vehicles and costumes that are required for specific missions. So we're just finishing up SMRT. And as I mentioned, the coin route will be pretty heavy throughout the run. And in some cases, it might be really strict, depending on what the runners want to go for.
Well, it's about time.
If you've noticed, Orchlon and Frazzle have different looking cameras. And that is because Orchlon is running on keyboard and mouse, where you have a mouse look mode. While Frazzle is using, if I remember correctly, he's using the controller, which has a normal camera. This mission they're doing here is Petty Theft Homer, where you collect all the items that Homer supposedly borrowed from Flanders. And more coin. As we saw, there will be more chances of coin routes throughout this level. We saw the box and vending machine near the gas station.
On top of the dump truck. Oh, I forgot my mission. Now to return this stuff before the cops find me sitting around talking to myself.
So what they do there at the dump truck, instead of going off the back of the boxes and jumping onto the truck that way, we can just jump off the top of our car and make it onto the dump truck, which is just a little bit faster than the normal way. And as we see here, Orch and Frazzle having different routes here. Orch went for the coins behind the blue neighbor's house, but Frazzle decided to not go for them. The times you might want to go for those coins are either at the end of Petty Theft Homer, which is what Orch did, or you would potentially have to get them at the end of Bone Storm, which is second to last mission later in this level. So what we see here is that we are trying to push Lenny over to Barney so that we can purchase the Plow King, which is needed for this upcoming mission, Office Space. and it's significantly faster than just talking to him from the starting position and just walking over to Barney. As we see here, instead of picking up the Plow King, we have decided to pick up either the van or the truck for the traffic vehicles for this mission, because they are significantly faster than the Plow King. Plus, they are sufficient enough to destroy Smithers relatively easily. As we see here, we will see if Orch and Frazzle can get the Smithers threats. And both of them do. We push Smithers into the corner of this house here, and we are able to destroy him very quickly. If you end up not getting this strat, you might have to get some backups along lots of other walls, but sometimes it's really difficult, depending on what level you're at. This mission here, Blind Big Brother, is probably one of the shortest missions in the game. We just go around destroying power couplings throughout the inside of this power plant. It's really straightforward. We follow this one straight route where we go along the outside of the walls at first, and then we just follow along the rest of the path. So upcoming here will be a, as we saw at the beginning, we had a unskippable 40-second cutscene for the intro. Thing is, recently in the recent rule sets for this game, we have decided that you are allowed to skip the intro cutscene by starting off at a specific time and start off from a 0 coin tutorial save. But for the sake of the races, we just decided not to do that, and we just go off of new game. So here we have the second unskippable cutscene right here, which is the sexy footage cutscene.
Marge, that black van is spying on us.
Oh, homie, you're so sexy when you're paranoid.
Sweet.
Yeah, the real question is, where is the sexy footage?
Look out! Take that! Take that!
So here, this is Flowers by Irene, where we follow this black van along.
Coming through! Ow!
Along the way, as we see here, we will also be collecting tons of coins while we're at it. Around this point, I think it's best to explain, just give like a brief summary of the freebie system. As we saw with Orch there, he was able to destroy that wasp with his car, and normally that's not supposed to happen. Not normally how you're supposed to kill a wasp. You're usually supposed to jump up in the air outside your car and kick the wasp in the air. However, depending on your hitboxes, particularly for stomping and vehicles, you can actually destroy some of the wasps. And I say some because the freebies kind of go off of a 2 rule, like a 2, like you can hit 2 at one time. You're able to hit 2, and then with the car, and then after that you can't hit them with the car. You have to kick them in the air. However, we will be seeing the implementation of main menu warping, where we quit to the main menu and then hit resume game, where that resets our freebie counter.
Piece of cake. Okay, I'm a lean, mean speed thingy.
And the main menu warping is going to be prominent in lots of levels like level 2 and level 5.
Dumbass.
Well, not so much in level 5, but it's useful for one particular mission we'll get to. So here the runners are doing Bone Storm, where we get all the Bone Storm games from the back of this Bone Storm truck. As we see there, we normally here, in order to have a fast strat, we usually just hit the back of the truck while it's going along its path, so that we are able to get all the items we need very quickly.
Ow, rude. Wow, a lot of people. If only.
I am too smart. I am too smart.
So what Orch here is doing is going to the phone booth and selecting the family sedan, because his last non-traffic vehicle was the Plow King, and that is really slow and really big, and we don't want that. As we see here, the Orch just clipped through the wall in the power plant. That is the power plant skip, or some people call it the Carl skip. We back into that wall and then reset our car so that the back of the car is actually clips through the wall, and that we were able to go through the power plant, which is unintentional, and finish up the race a lot faster than intended. Of course, I mentioned Carl skip because we used to push Carl inside the power plant hall, but we used to push him inside there and then start the mission from there. But that strat was found out. The new strat was found and was a lot easier to set up.
Whoa, wicked.
I'll get you, Bart, just like I got Charlie and Nam.
Afraid not.
Afraid so.
Afraid not.
Afraid so. Oh, damn your lightning-fast wit.
Sad day for generic characters.
Don't have a cow, man.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Woo, nice one. Smell you later, Stinky Gator.
So here, this is detention deficit disorder, where we escape Skinner. Ooh, Orch getting hit and run at the very end of the mission. As we see here, Frazzle decided to go for a traffic car in the first mission, and doesn't really matter which whether you. So wait, sorry. Orchlon decided to get a traffic vehicle here at the very start of this mission. As we and we can either get it there or at the very start of 2-1. But either way, you'll basically have to settle with the traffic vehicle.
Easy peasy.
And we settle with the taxi and the sports car. Though you'd preferably want the sports car since it's faster than both the honor roller and the taxi. But both taxi and sports car are just faster than the honor roller.
You're all mine.
Yeah, in this mission we go around talking to people and collecting fireworks, as that's the new hip thing on the block in Springfield.
That was totally awesome. My dad will pay for all the damages.
So this mission is pretty straightforward up until this last one, when you collect the last firework. As we can see here, we will try and go through the sit and rotate section here and escape Wiggum pretty fast. As when you collect the firework inside your vehicle, he will go towards you, and then when you go straight past him, he tries to turn around, but then crashes, and then has a bit of trouble trying to turn around because it's kind of confused. But in most cases you'll be able to skip having to do a long escape from Wiggum. This mission here is Vox Nerduli, where we race this nerd car over to the Java store. Sometimes this mission can be pretty tight, depending on how traffic is and how good the nerd car is. Because sometimes it could be a bit of an issue to keep up with him, since the nerd car is actually faster than you in this race.
Simpsons style. I'll never lose these love handles.
At the end of Vox and Julie, both runners decided to go for traffic vehicles. In the event that they didn't get a traffic vehicle, they would have had to just do a normal warp and possibly stick with the honor roller. As we saw with what Orch was trying to do, he was trying to push this black van onto that shortcut jump. Normally the van doesn't go that way. He usually goes the long way around, and that jump saves a lot of time. A bit of an issue with this mission is okay. So first of all, we are just following another black van for the first part of this mission, but this black van can have a bit of an issue sometimes with its path. Sometimes it can. I think on Frazzle's screen, the van was just about to drive into a corner. The black van can sometimes pull into a corner, and that might end up, and that drives him off the path, and he gets stuck for a little bit. It like loses a lot of time.
How about a hard one next time? Oh,
Orch was slightly in the lead here for this race, but because of that failed van jump, Frazzle's just slightly in the lead. As I almost forgot to mention this, as we saw there, the runners reset their car in that specific spot, because when the game has lots of reset points where if you reset your car in that specific spot, it will bring you to a part of a road, and that spot they reset onto led up to one of the freeway spots, and that definitely saves a lot of time compared to just doing the long way around with going where Snake was going. As we saw there, they went for the main menu warp since they need to refresh their freebie count. So here, this is Better Than Beef. We drive around with Cletus collecting lots of flat meat. And then at the end of it, we do a Apu escape.
Whoa, got him. You almost hit a person.
Oh, that was better than the movie box. Move your goddamn car, EJ.
Yeah, this mission is pretty self-explanatory up until like the Apu escape. During the Apu escape, we go through the back of the Krusty Burger, like the parking lot of it, and that will cause the AI for Apu to try and follow you, and then when you're going through the back of the parking lot, it tries to do a U-turn through the normal road and tries to chase you. Sometimes, lots of times it really works, and other times it does not. Because of that, there is a backup that we can do near the fountain where we go up into the fountain and then have him pass through the fountain and then drive through one of the, like, the non-road part. but we'll see if any of the runners have a issue with this escape. None of them did. Almost looked like Frazzle was gonna have a bit of an issue with that escape. This next main mini warp is definitely crucial, because this next mission, which is Monkey See, Monkey Do, you will be collecting a ton of coins throughout this mission. And lots of those coins also come from the amount of wasps you will come across. Hi, Dr. Nick. So here we will be buying the second required vehicle for the run, which is Mr. Plow. And compared to the Plow King from the last level, this one will actually be used for this run.
No problemo. That was good.
So Orch and Frazzle are going for slightly different routes. Orch went for the back of that building and get that monkey. And then Frazzle just went through the normal route. The route Orch went through is a slightly newer route. It saves about maybe a second or two if you get the back of the building first. Yeah, as we can see here, some of these wasp hitboxes, sometimes they're not that friendly to you. Other times they are. Other times they shouldn't work, but they end up working anyways. That's just this game in a nutshell. This game is weird in some parts, particularly in the physics and the hitboxes and whatnot. Right there, Orch looked like he was getting pretty close to being busted. I forgot to mention that throughout, if you end up hitting tons of objects and pedestrians, your hit and run meter will go up, and if you get it all the way full, then you will get hit and run, and cops will be chasing you throughout the duration. And if the cops get you, you will end up losing 50 coins, and that is not what you want to happen in the run, because sometimes those 50 coins can be easily made up, while other times, depending on how far you are into the run, that is very hard to make up and could potentially be a run killer. And here this is sellouts. This is a destruction mission where we destroy 4 cell phone cars, all in a quick succession. Each car has a different strat to go with, and depending on how quickly you destroy these vehicles, you'll have a relatively good time. Plus, this mission has one single timer that starts out at 2 minutes, and then can go up to, on average, around 640. Yeah, both runners struggling with some of these cars, particularly the last one. They both managed to get it with okay times. Those times are pretty decent for beginner runners, but because of how high level they are, those times are not really that good for them. So here, Orch and Frazzle will be going for the cutscene skip. Hold on. Oh, and Frazzle, Orch got the cutscene skip and Frazzle missed it. Ooh. And according to Frazzle chat, it was a dropped input. So the cutscene skip, what it is we can pause buffer and do a frame perfect trick where we can pause right when the cutscene is about to start, and then we can mission warp to the next level, and that outright skips the cutscene. And depending on what cutscene is, it will lose you from about 40 seconds to 2 minutes and 40 seconds. This one loses about 45 to 50 seconds, I think. So here, this mission that the runners are doing is Nerd Race Queen, where we are with the comic book guy again, and we're racing to the comic book store, or I forgot exactly what store it is, and we go get an Itchy and Scratchy comic. In a way, some of these missions don't really fit into the plot, and some seem kind of confusing. For this whole level, since if you saw the cutscene for Bart 1, Bart got abducted by aliens, and Lisa is trying to find out what happened to Bart. And lots of the time, Lisa ends up going around lots of places, not finding Bart at all. Yeah, it's good to point out that the Frazzle missing the cutscene skip can be a huge decider in who can really win this race. Of course, there are 2 other cutscene skips later in the run that can decide it too, but this one is a really early decider. So here, the one that Orch is doing, and the one that Frazzle is just about to start, is Clueless, where we... oh, wait a second. Oh, Orch is doing the brand new coin route that was just discovered about a few days ago. As we saw there, he hit one of the poles on the board, on that boardwalk, and launched and kind of went up in the air and hit a reset point that is normally supposed to be one that you would hit if you fell off the boat on foot. But when you hit there, you end up putting your car where you would normally spawn on foot. And the one reason we go up there is because there are 2 boxes that we can get.
Last time I left this store, hoodlums put pornography in the bridal magazines.
Hello, Springfield. Time to move.
The strat Frazzle, Orch did is bonfire strat, where we get Cletus stuck into the corner of this Noiseland arcade, which is very fast compared to doing it normally. It looks like Frazzle is having a bit of an issue trying to go for this coin route. He's probably just going to have to skip out on these coins on top of the boat.
Perhaps you should consult Professor Brink at the observatory. He seems to know everything, except why I ever came to this jerk Waterberg.
Professor.
So in the last 2 levels, we had to buy a car, had to buy cars for specific missions. This time, we will also have to buy costumes. This one will be the cool costume that we'll need for the 5th mission. However, we are going on to the 4th mission, but it's just fast to go for the costume around then, right at the end of Bonfire. And right there, Orch went for traffic vehicle to go towards the school bus. And, of course, school bus is what we need to buy for this mission, Operation Hellfish, where we destroy 3 black sedans, trying to find any culprits for Bart's disappearance.
I need speed, more speed. Darn it.
There we can get that sedan stuck behind that tree. If we don't get it behind the tree, we can just get it against that wall near the dam, and both are relatively fast, but you preferably want the tree to get stuck on the tree.
All for Lisa.
Second one, we hit the sedan straight on and try and hit it against the wall of the theater, but Orch only got the head-on hit. This sedan can be kind of tricky to get it consistently. Lots of times the sedan just gets the sedan can easily just turn around.
I won't question the value of
There, Orch reset his car there so that he can get a easy strat on this third sedan. If he did not get that strat, he would have had to get it stuck down that boardwalk there.
You have a gift for speed. Lisa Simpson at your service.
This mission Orch is doing right now is Slithery Sleuthin', where we chase Snake and gather 3 strikes for evidence of some sort.
My bad.
It's Wiggum time. Strike 2. Running over an elderly person without a license.
Looks like Snake is having a bit of an issue driving there.
Threw me like a freight train. Ow.
This last drop for this mission is kind of RNG because he can drop it really early before this dam jump, or he will drop it really late, way past the jump where you have to go around it, which loses a lot of time, about maybe from about 10 to 20 seconds, depending on if he drops it after the jump. But as we saw, Snake dropped it like right at the end, right before the jump.
And
Oh yeah, I got my mojo working now.
As we see here, Orch runs over to the phone booth and selects Mildly Stacy because he would have had to deal with this mission, Fishy Deals, in the school bus, and the school bus is really big and not that fast. I mean, the school bus can get to like high speeds, but since it's really huge and has really low acceleration, it's not recommended at all for this mission.
Fried and served with tartar sauce.
But here in Fishy Deals, we just collect a bunch of fish along a specific path. We collect it for the sea captain. I'm not entirely sure what drop Frazzle got, though. Maybe it was a good drop. I don't know. Miscellaneous thing I want to say is that in Slithery Sleuthin', one interesting thing is since you're driving with Chief Wiggum in a police car, you are unable to get hit and run in that car. So you can hit as many things as you want, but your hit and run meter will never go up. And here, right at the end of Fishy Deals, we go to this phone booth at the end of this jump and pick up the school bus for this next mission, Old Pirate in the Sea, where we destroy a black limo and then try and find Bart along the Sea Spanker ship. And we will see if Orch gets the very early strat, and not exactly early, but he got a really good hit on really good first hit here. See there, normally you push the limo into this specific section. That's the average limo strat. But we can also push it against one of the walls from the back of it, and you can get a really decent hit and get off a lot of health from it. So here, normally in this mission, we jump onto one of the shortcuts to get onto the Sea Spanker, but we can actually jump onto one of the poles, as they are able to lead you onto the ship, which is significantly faster than just doing the shortcut and getting on there. And that pole jump that Orch did, that was a kind of like a higher level jump. There is kind of a lower jump that is a little bit easier to do further past it. Particularly preferred for like safety strats and for lower level runners. So this mission that Orch is doing is for 3 donuts more, and we will be seeing if he can. Looks like he's getting the strat here. So here, some time ago, we were able to find a very fast donut truck strat here. Some people called this one the donut fire strat, which is called that because it's pretty similar to the bonfire strat in level 3. Orch getting abused by those wasps there. Oh, and he did not have enough items there. So you get the donut truck strat there, get him stuck, and collect all the donuts there pretty fast. Another strat you can do if you're unable to do it is by just placing the cannon euro as a barricade, so that the donut truck is unable to really get past you. Though sometimes traffic can actually ruin that and make it really difficult to get the mission pretty consistent. So at the end of for a few donuts more, Orch decided to get the inmate costume and also main menu warp. The inmate costume will be used for the 3rd mission. This is the 2nd mission we're going on to. If you notice on Frazzle's side, he kicked one of the venom machines twice. And the reason for that is because normally when you kick and destroy boxes and wasps, a way you can destroy them is by either destroying them with your car, stomping on them to kill them in one hit, just like the car, or kick them 3 total times. However, the devs of this game kind of oversaw a bit of an exploitation where if we kick a box or venom machine twice and then main menu warp, or not main menu warp, just mission warp, the hit count for that box resets to 0. So if you go back to that box and kick it twice, it doesn't get destroyed after the first hit. So we are able to do like a mini coin grinding strat, and it's not used that much within the ASM run, but is definitely prominent in runs like 100%, where like coin grind is definitely needed because it's a lot faster than trying to do other strats like go for wager races and just destroy other stuff. But anyways, back onto this run. We are doing Redneck Roundup, where we chase Cletus and collect all the stuff he drops behind. If I'm not mistaken, the plot here for this mission is just that Cletus is just run away from Marge, since like Marge is trying to help what happened to Bart, but Cletus is not really trusting of her, and kind of just runs away. This next mission Orch is doing is I'm trying to think. Oh, ketchup logic, where we pick up all these ketchup packets that Cletus needs for winter, as he just said. This mission is like, for this first section where you collect all the ketchup packets, pretty straightforward and easy to get all of them, except for the last one, which is at a jump that is right in a spinning wheel, which can block you, and you might not be able to get that ketchup packet. And that jump can potentially lose you a lot of time, and in some cases it might make you lose the mission. Frazzle there getting hit and run. Usually at the end of this mission, the mission Frazzle's doing, Redneck Roundup, it's not like that rare that we can see that hit and run occurs at the end of that mission. So we'll see if Orch can get this, and he does.
As easy as hunting corn.
Safe and sound.
I would try and do a Cletus impression, but it would be atrocious, even though I'm an American myself.
Why do you keep hitting everything? All that trying.
Though I certainly know that LP3 Cinema, a fellow commentator for this tournament, he definitely loves to do Cletus voice.
Just let me catch my
Oh,
breath.
okay. I was trying to figure out what Orch was doing. But here, at the end of that mission, we go to the Malibu Stacy car, as Malibu Stacy actually has nearly identical stats to the Canyon Nero. The only thing is that Malibu Stacy isn't very prone to flipping over like the Canyon Nero is. Canyon Nero is... The physics for the Canyon Nero is really bad. Let's just say that. It's just... This game's physics is bad in lots of cases.
The number that is. Marge and Chuck. Grandpa Marge Simpson at your service. Come back here.
It's also going to point out that the Malibu Stacy strat was found about a few weeks ago, I think. I don't remember the exact date, but it saves about maybe, I don't remember, between like 5 to 10 seconds, I think, depending on how your driving is, for Return of the Newly Dead, which was the last mission he did, and this next mission, this current mission, Wolves. Wolves Stole My Pills. And this mission, we collect 10 pills from this black sedan that we're chasing. And for plot relevance, this is just for Grandpa, since his pills were stole by a bunch of school bullies. It's worth to point out that this mission can be an easy run killer by pure RNG. The last couple of drops that the AR for the black sedan goes through, sometimes the sedan might not drop it there, and in lots of cases, some AI vehicles end up, if they go past their point for dropping the item, they will end up turning around and going towards that point, and then turn back around, go on its normal path. But this one, in this mission, instead of turning around, it goes around its whole entire path and ends up losing you about a minute and a half. It's basically pure RNG. I'm not entirely sure if it's just pure RNG, but it's just RNG heavy, basically. But as we saw with Orch there, he luckily did not get too cycled. Yeah, like with the path it goes through, it goes all the way back to where it started and then goes through its normal path, and then when it gets to the path, the part where it was supposed to drop the item you missed, that's when it actually drops it. And let me just say that every time I run this game and I end up having to play through wolves, it's stressing, because literally the first all-story missions run I ever did, I got too cycled, and that was very, very sad. But then again, I don't even really run this game that much often. So here, Orch is ending off wolves with the last unskippable cutscene, the craft circles cutscene.
It's me with a banjo. No, I never reasoned with a raccoon, let alone a Nazi one, so
Grandpa, what does this have to do with the crop circle?
Not a thing. Where was I? Right, now, the first time I rode in a water car... Okay. It was so long ago that I'll have to describe it in sepia tone. Well, as I recall, it was sort of a cosmic kind of thing, shaped kind of like a planet with an old-fashioned radio antenna coming off it.
A planet with an antenna? That sounds awfully familiar. I think it was at the Quickie Mart.
Vapo, is that it? Good. That's a good meme, Vapo, but yeah, luckily Frazzle did not get too cycled there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the 2 cycle has happened a couple times throughout the span of this tournament. I don't remember exactly who has gotten it and who hasn't, but it's probably happened to about maybe 3 people so far. I'm not sure.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
So as we saw with Orch there, he bought the police outfit, which is needed for this second to last mission, the Cola Wars, where we go around collecting a bunch of cola, trying to find like who might be selling cola, which ends up being Apu, which is why you see tons scattered around the Quickie Mart area. Also, we will also be collecting tons of coins from boxes and wasps in this mission as well.
I need a Long Island iced tea. Oh, boy.
I apologize if if you guys can't really hear the game audio that well. I'm still trying to test out if you guys can even hear it that well.
I'll bet Apu knows who's selling cola. Ooh. Everyone better stay out of my way. Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's good. It's just that Orch's audio is just at like a completely different audio level than compared to what Frazzle's is.
Get you evil cola bottlers and distributors.
So anyways, this mission that Orch is doing is the last mission, level 4, which is from outer space, where we destroy 3 cola trucks. And at the end, we do a escape from Wickham.
It's an accident. Oh my heavens. This is going right next to Bart's baby shoe.
Nice red blazer strat there by Orch.
Not very good at this.
Yeah, in case anybody doesn't know, the cards, those are just required for 100%, but some people within this community kind of like, if we're doing a race, then some people like consider it like a game to see who can collect the most cards. But of course, that's just for memes, depending on if they really are that serious or not. So yeah, these cola truck strats, the first one we try and get it at a gas station sign, and if we can't, we try and get it near one of the hedges. And that second one we try and get it along near the mansion stairs there. Burns' mansion stairs. This last one, as we saw Orch just get it stuck at that tree. And Orch having really decent cola trucks.
Whoops. You better run. What's the big idea? Ooh.
I just noticed that Frazzle did a main menu warp, and I was trying to figure out what he was doing, and then I remembered that he was just about to do the mission with Malibu Stacy, and you do not want to do it with Malibu Stacy. Malibu Stacy is very bad for this mission because it's very weak.
My cardio is shot.
As we saw at the end of Cola Trucks for Orch, he went inside the Simpsons house and just cheesed the escape for Wiggum, because of course the escape sequence depends on how far you are from Wiggum, and it turns out that any of the interiors, like the Quickie Mart and the Simpsons house, those are all like way out of bounds and outside the map, so you end up being outside of the normal map, which basically allows you to escape like any vehicles you're trying to escape from. So here, Orch will be buying the American outfit for, this little piggy, which is the 4th mission. There's not really a convenient time to buy the costume aside from going to 5-1. And I say going to 5-1 because this mission, Incriminating Caffeine, instead of being right where the mission is supposed to start, you start off in a completely different spot. You start near the monorail station, and you end up having to drive all the way to that train yard shortcut. Frazzle looks like he got busted. That's not really good. Especially with those coins, that's not really good to be busted at all. it's not really common to get busted in this particular mission, aside from maybe the ending of the mission, because of course you go into the Simpsons house, and sometimes getting out of the car you can end up getting busted there that way.
Perhaps I should refrain from doing that in the future.
So this mission that Orch is doing is incriminating caffeine, which is where he was driving towards. We just follow this coal truck and collect all the coal boxes it drops. Yeah, Frazzle kind of feeling down right now because of one, missing the cutscene skip from earlier, and of course getting busted there.
What in the hell were you thinking?
He's been kind of having a bit of a shaky run here. But then again, sometimes this game can really screw you over, and that might turn out to be a huge game changer.
Looks like Apu Nasa Pima Petalon is taking on the mob. Hello, Steady. Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today. Who put this here? It makes no sense.
So this mission in Baby Makes 8, we escape from 2 limos in this mission. And the strats are pretty straightforward. There we just go through as many shortcuts as we can try to go through for the first one. And there, when we get to the spawn point for that second one, or at least the trigger for the limo to chase you, you can just back up and back up right at the fountain and just escape it real easily. As we see here, Orch is buying the car belt for Homer, which is required for this next mission. 8 is too much, also known as the baby van mission. Nice review by Orch, though. This mission is kind of infamous because the AI for the baby van is very weird in this mission. Let's just say that. Normally the AI values for vehicles, the AI vehicles, usually goes from 1 to 10, but the developers accidentally added a negative to that, so it goes from -1 to -10. And depending on what that value is, the AI can drive really smart or really dumb. And if I'm not mistaken, Orch kind of has a smart AI, because the baby van isn't like going in circles and doing wheelies and whatnot, which is what happens when you have the bad AI. Then again, the baby van AI is bad in general.
I must finish quickly. That's it, Apu. Make them like it. Hello, famous. Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today.
This mission Orch is doing is this little piggy, which is the mission I mentioned earlier that we needed the American outfit for. And of course, we need this in particular because, you know, it relates to the plot, because apparently you need to be dressed up as an American and follow an American cop, because Apu, of course, is not American. Orch accidentally missed that donut there.
What in the hell were you thinking, sir?
So yeah, here we collect donuts for the first section, and then we follow Wiggum for this second half. Almost looked like Orch was about to fail the mission there. So yeah, the AI for Wiggum in this can be odd. Sometimes Wiggum might accidentally soft walk. There's like 2 chances he can soft walk. That area he just passed by near the monorail station, that might be a soft walk there, or like literally at the very end of the mission where the mission is supposed to complete. The Wiggum might actually just go in circles instead of hitting the trigger for completing the mission.
Oh, I smashed my skull. This is just between me and you.
So yeah, Orch, this mission here, that Orch, this little piggy, that it's not very hard to fail it, except for like if you get wrecked by traffic.
Last time I left this store, hoodlums put pornography in
But yeah, traffic in general in this game can be make or break for lots of moments.
What are you trying to prove with this crazy driving? Oh, I smashed my skull.
So this mission Orch is doing is Never Trust a Snake, which is like by lots of casual players they consider this probably one of the hardest missions in the game. But in speedruns, this one's not really that hard as long as you know the route for all the garbage in the second half. I don't think I ever even mentioned this before, but sometimes you might have noticed that the runners might flick their cameras back and forth, and that's because if you flick the cameras back and forth, you are able to manipulate like what traffic cars will spawn in front of you. So some missions, like destroy missions and whatnot, and even like follow missions, that's kind of like a essential thing to use. So Orch here, collecting all these boxes and wasps that he needs, especially considering how low his coins have been. Usually, I'm pretty sure you'd want maybe around 700 or more coins going into Apu, but of course both runners didn't have enough, so their coin art might be a bit iffy. Though you'll need 1,100 total coins for the remainder of this run, which will have like 1 purchase for each level for the next ones.
I should sleep more.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Carbell Homer that they bought, that was 500 coins. The American outfit they bought was 425. So you needed 925 in total for this level in total. And then the next level for Part 2, you'll need 600 coins for one of the the Globex vehicle, and then for level 7, for the final purchase, you'll need 500 coins for the zombie car. So as we see here, I also want to point out that this mission, Never Trust a Snake, has 1 singular timer. So the amount of time you have from the start of the mission, that's as much time you get for all of it. So you have all that time to collect everything.
Empty. I am the victim of chicanery most.
So yeah, So their Orch mission warped to the mission instead of going outside the interior because it's just slightly faster than going outside normally. In some cases, for some missions, when you start off a mission inside in an interior, it's also best to restart the mission because that spawns you outside. So it's relatively faster in lots of locations. This strat, which we'll be doing for quick cache, is escaping Wickham by making him go through that highway. And when he gets into there, the AI gets confused and just goes through the normal path through that freeway. So armored truck, we'll see if Orch can get it. I don't think he's gonna get it, though. It looks like the armored truck is kind of it almost looked like he was stuck, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna get out in a second. Yeah, there you go. He got out. This mission is very notorious in speedruns because this can save you a lot of time or lose you a lot of time depending on if you can get a good armor truck strat. Normally, you'd have to push him into one of those, push him inside that little section near the monorail station, and make him get like stuck near the stairs. But Orch wasn't able to get that. It's also worth mentioning that the bandit that you used for quick cache, it's not that tough. So you might end up having to get a wrench in the meantime. As we can see there, we can just get out of the car and then jump up to that wrench, which is not normally what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go through one of the alternate freeway paths, but you know, like, this game can be easily cheesed in lots of locations. Yeah, luckily Orch wasn't able to blow up his vehicle. I think like way earlier in the tournament when he did a race against Vapo, he destroyed the armored truck, but at the same time he destroyed his own vehicle. So he had to restart the mission, which lost a lot of time. Yeah, Orch didn't pull an Orch this time. So here, this is the second Wickham escape. There we just go through the car wash and just drive through, and we escape him easily second time. We got another destroy mission here, which is Curious Curator. This time we are in Bart's Farini. Level 2 we had the Honor Roller, but this time we have a new car, the Farini. Of course, it has to be a new vehicle because each level you go through has a progressively better and faster car. Orch missed that freebie, but was able to get that gazebo box anyways. We'll see if he can get a consistent strat here. He misses that. He misses the main strat. So he's gonna have to go for this tunnel back up, where he has to just push the curator along the walls. And let's just say the curator is kind of hard to destroy when you get past when it gets past that freeway, not freeway, the tunnel. I kind of struggle with trying to figure out what that's actually called. I apologize if anybody actually knows what it is. Let's see if Orch can get the cutscene skip. Oh no! Oh dear. So this will give Frazzle a lot of time to come back. I might want to point out that the Apu cutscene skip is the longest cutscene within this game, so you lose about 2 minutes and 40 seconds if you miss the cutscene skip. So, yeah, Frazzle might have a potential to get pretty close again. Then again, that assumes that like Frazzle might not miss the cutscene skip.
We destroyed a priceless archaeological artifact. Oh,
And might want to point out that the Apu cutscene skip is compared to the Bart 2 and Bart 1 cutscene skips. You have a chance to pause buffer, but in this one, you only have like one chance. You cannot like pause buffer. You only have like one chance to pause. However, if you are able to alt tab out of the game, you are able to you can actually pause buffer. But then again, that's not always as consistent and as used compared to lots of compared to what runners do.
I knew there was a simple explanation.
I'm going to introduce the evil cola into the water supply. People will go mad. I like it. Then we
I like it.
guns at the Squidport tourist area. I like it. The cola-maddened humans will go berserk. I like it. Destroying themselves and their town. Delivering big space ratings for foolish earthlings.
So yeah, the cutscene here is about to wrap up here. Frazzle, we'll see if Frazzle can get cutscene skip after Curator.
Watch that show.
Tell you what, you're a bad little boy.
Yeah, luckily, if any of the runners miss Bart 2 cutscene skip, that's actually the shortest cutscene that you can skip,
Bart Simpson,
which is around like
your service.
40 to 45 seconds. So yeah, Frazzle missing the key. So Orch is starting up, going to the loo, where we pick up all the kids with Otto and the school bus.
All for Bart.
We'll see if Frazzle can get this. Oh, and Frazzle does get it, so Frazzle is in the same mission again, and not that far
So cool.
back.
This must be worth a fortune. Mine, all mine.
Whoa! I spilled my pudding. Drag.
And Orch getting that board card, the one that runners always love to get. So yeah, Frazzle is now back in this race.
Whoa! I spilled my pudding. Time to renew the old driver's license.
Ugh, my ovaries. Eat my dust, dust eaters.
Hey, no fair, dude.
Hey.
Ow! I lost my buzz. Are you even watching the road?
On Orch's side, we see the beauty of this game's physics.
I am the king. Just give me a sec to catch my breath. Hey, Kearney.
Also, looked like my screen froze for a second. Yeah, it's also worth mentioning that, particularly in this level, it's easy to get hit and run in on the pier here, because, well, particularly in this mission as well, because school bus is very big. Oh my God, Frazzle! I have no idea how he was able to escape the cops there, but what a legend. He could get busted here at the last moment, though, but looks like he didn't. So yeah, this next mission here that they're doing is going to the loot. Not going to the loot. That was no wait. Okay, yeah, that's right. This is getting down to the clown with where we follow that I'm fumbling my words right now. The itchy and scratchy truck, they follow that, and then for the first half, and then we race this the Krusty limo to Squidport. I also want to point out that they both bought. They had enough coins for the Globex, which is what they're driving right now, and it's really fast. It's probably like one of the fastest you can get within only when you're only at level 6. Of course, level 7 has like the fastest vehicle, but that's not usable in ASM runs unless you're doing stuff like New Game Plus or 100%. Nah, it's good. I mean, I've been like by myself the whole time. Like last time, I was by myself for like about maybe half of the race I was commentating last week, but this time I'm doing a lot better. So it's all good. So this mission Orch is doing is Labco Caper, where we follow Frank around to wherever he's trying to go, though it ends up going to the observatory. This mission in general, it's definitely not one of my favorites because it's just all you do is just follow them around. That's it. It's not that good for speedruns. Yeah, I was gonna have like a co-commentator with me, but who's Koopsis, but a couple hours ago, like she dropped out since she was having a bit of issues, so she didn't want it to get in the way with this commentary. We're getting hit and run. It's not that common in this mission, to say the least.
Professor Frank, you got it. Bart Simpson at your service. Ow, my coccyx.
This next mission Orch is doing is Duff for Me, Duff for You, which consists of driving over to the Duffery and getting a Duff truck and collecting all the boxes it drops, particularly ones that might drop I think it has lasers, as that relates to more of the story. I wish I could like explain the entire story off the back of my head, but I really can't. So we'll see if Orch can get the strat, or okay. This is a interesting backup, let me just say. That's not entirely the strat you want, but he was able to get it anyways. Usually you want him to get stuck right next to that taffy shop, near the walls of the taffy shop, but of course that's the walls Orch got were not the walls you'd want. But made for an interesting backup. Yeah, Frazzle's just coming up on the Duff Truck strat, so we'll see if he can get this. I don't know why Orch alt-tabbed and tabbed back in there. It's really not for any reason to really do it in this run. That would be useful in like no menu, no mission warp and whatnot, but this is ASM. That's not really necessary.
I'll educate you a new one.
So this next mission is Full Metal Jackass, where we, as we see here, we destroy Skinner and we are able to get him stuck within that corner.
Krusty, no problemo.
And we'll see if Frazzle can get this one, get this strat.
Careful, I
So of course, Full Metal Jackass can be a very short mission, and sometimes it can be very long, depending on how destroying work goes. As we see there, he... Oh, okay. Frazzle did not get the strat, but Skinner decided to go for that that shortcut. That's not a very common path he goes through. This mission Orch is doing is Set the Kill, probably one of the hardest missions for casuals to play through. Along with other missions like Quick Cache and the Alien Autopsy missions, which are in the next level, which we'll get to in a bit. We basically destroy laser stands scattered throughout because, you know, plot. As we saw there, he missed a laser stand, but that's because so like when you collect the last laser stand, your timer goes to 50 seconds, and we go for that laser stand as the last one because it has you save a little bit of time compared to getting the last one at the main shortcut. Oh, Orch getting the boat strat, which you normally go for level 3, but he also got it in this level too. Interesting strats.
Give it up for America's bad boy. Dad,
And Orch notably not going for
got it.
the Krusty Lou Studio coins. You usually get those, like, the amount of coins he has is kind of low. But I don't know what he's necessarily going for.
Oh, I wanted a peanut. Out of control, son of a...
Yeah, if you're usually that low on coins, you might want to go for those studio coins, but Orch decided not to, I guess, because maybe that would have gave Frazzle more time to catch up. I don't know.
Don't forget to ride.
But here, this is King Kodo Strikes Back, where we race this black sedan, or the alien car, to
My dust eaters. I didn't
to the Duff Brewery. And normally we go this way, and other times we can go through the long way, or the way through the dam in the back of the Krusty Lou studio. Let's see if he can get cutscene skip here, and he does after a couple pause buffers. So yeah, that would have lost him about 40 seconds maybe, if he missed it. So yeah, Orch is gonna have to go for lots of backup coins for this level, particularly around the Krusty Burger and the gas station and some of the neighbor house coins. Yeah, this mission is Rigger Motors, where we go around and collect supplies for the zombie apocalypse. And the reason there's a zombie apocalypse is because the aliens, King Kodos, they poisoned the water supply that would turn people into zombies and also awake, well, not turn people into zombies, but just like awaken the dead, basically. And Orch still not going for the Krusty Burger and gas station coins. I would expect him to get those. I don't know how far he is. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, he just now noticed. He decided to warp back to level 6 and get these coins, which he should have gotten at the end of set to kill, but he didn't. Yeah, very, very interesting strats here. Sad thing is that he still does not have enough. And he's going to level 1 now. Okay. And, oh my, I don't know what Orch is doing right now. Like, he's just going all over the place.
Ouch! My bikini zone's chafing. Chest pain! Having chest pain!
Yeah, Orch is, kind of messing up on his backups. But luckily, I think with these boxes, he should have enough. Yeah, just barely enough. I'm not entirely sure if that was... Actually, yeah, that probably would have been worth... Nah, I don't know. I don't know whether it's whether it would be faster to just warp to the mission there or just walk over to the car. But yeah, here we buy the zombie car for 500 coins, which is the last thing we need for this run. And with all that fumbling of the coin route, Frazzle has just a little bit of time to catch up. Frazzle just has 500 coins. Good enough for this. Yeah, I'm still baffled by what Orch was trying to do with those coins he was trying to get. But yeah, this mission here is Long Black Probes, where we follow this alien car to the power plant. And after this mission, we have a bit of a repetition with within the rest of this level, and you'll see why. It's also worth mentioning that the AI car sometimes can crash into things, and things like crashing into the cemetery, which, as we saw, looked like Orch just had happen. Like, usually at that jump, if he crashes into the cemetery, that'll lose you a lot of time. Let's see. Oh, and Frazzle just slightly catching up because he went directly over the cemetery. Orch is just a little bit behind here, behind the alien car. And again, he should be fine. Yeah, once you get past that shortcut, you should be free for mission complete.
I'm glad you...
Yeah, this is getting really close now. So this mission here is Pocket Protector, where we drive with Frank all the way to the school playground, where we deliver the nuclear waste to the UFO and try to destroy it with it. However, one waste drop is not going to be enough, so to destroy the UFO in total. So expect this type of mission to occur a couple more times. Yeah, as we see here, their times are just a bit different here. I think Frazzle has... I think Orch just has an overall lead. I'm trying to figure out the delay. Yeah, I think their delay is about like 10 seconds-ish. Yeah, hit and run in these types of missions is not good, because sometimes the police cars can hit you and destroy your waste.
I need to find... Sweet! Let's do this thing!
Yeah, this mission, this is the last unique mission in the entire game. There's something about Monty, where drive all the way to the power plant, and at the end we climb up the power plant towards trying to think, towards Mr. Burns and try to find all the nuclear waste scattered around Springfield. Though scattered around Springfield is kind of incorrect, because every time you get the waste, it's always at the power plant. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're about like the video here is about like 10-second difference between each other, so like the difference here is kind of crucial. Then again, the main timing we use is loadless timing, so timing might be slightly different. Orch looks like he's attempting to just get busted here. Yeah, he's just worth taking the bust, and because of that, it's looking nearly equal for this climb.
Never run again.
Of course, here at platforming, if you fall off during platforming, it might lose you about 15 to 20 seconds. Ooh, Frazzle almost messed up there.
Piece of cake. It's crashing time.
Here now we start the three-part mission. So this is Alien Autopsy Part 1, where we drive in our own unique car and just drive over to the playground and deliver it to UFO. And we're gonna have the exact same thing happen 2 more times after this, except with different vehicles and just slightly different changes in the objective. Yeah, I will just say that I think that the end of this game was kind of rushed, to say the least. It looked like, if I'm not mistaken, I think like in the early development stages, like right before they had to rush it, I think this mission, Alien Autopsy, it was supposed to be like one huge mission, but then they decided to just fit into like 3 different missions. It's still notable that the videos are still about like 10-second difference with the timers. So this is gonna be really close.
I have road rage and I know how to use it.
And of course, if whoever drops the waste might potentially lose this race, so it's gonna be really stressful for both runners.
Awesome to the max. One side, Roadhog dude. Whoa, that was gnarly, dude.
Now that's driving.
I'm going to mess you up.
What, kid? I almost spilled my sundae. Learn to drive, dumbass.
I'm just switching over to Frazzle's audio,
Better not have scratched my car.
since he, well, at least with the video, he looks in the lead. But with the 10-second difference in the timers, it's a little bit challenging to tell.
Hey, that's totally not supposed to happen.
Yeah, I might also want to point out that normally lots of people drop their wastes, both casual and speedrunners. They kind of drop them on like walls and whatnot. Sometimes you can actually drop them onto the traffic vehicles, like most notably the coffin car and the traffic hearse.
supposed to happen.
Orch just keeps losing lots of time. This could, like, all these little mistakes might add up to him losing the race because of it.
It's crashing time.
Yeah, with those jumps to the beam, you definitely want to get it at like a higher. You want to get sucked up by the UFO like higher up, because that loses you less time. It's a lot easier to get like higher, it's easier to get like the quicker ones with this vehicle here, which is the World War II rocket car. Which is, let's just say it's kind of frustrating to drive sometimes. Okay, so, according to Katie in chat, they both finished the last mission at, like, near the exact same time. So, with this delay, it's kinda difficult to tell who might be in the lead. Though, judging by everything, it kind of looks like Frazzle's in the lead. Judging by the distance.
We had to say Dickety, because the Kaiser had stolen our word 20. I have road rage and I know how to use it.
This is getting really, really tense. Like, anyone could drop and lose the race. Drop the race and lose it because of traffic or just overall driving. Oh my.
This is the greatest day of my life. Vengeance will be mine. Hot diggity! Looks harder than it is. Move it! Get out of my way! Every minute.
Ooh, hit and run. Oh no. Ah, yeah. Well, I guess we can just say that Frazzle won the race there. Ouch, Orch. Oh man, that really sucks for Orch. Well, looks like that was a really tense race at the end. Oh my god. Yeah, he blew up the waist like right there, and then I think he just like rage quitted there at the end. So I'll see, Frazzle, do you want to just answer questions in the chat or just go in commentary? Though I'd assume it's just probably with chat, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like Frazzle's in the Discord right now, so we'll just have to deal with in the chat. So like, anyways, for Frazzle, like, did you feel like really stressed out after failing Part 1 cutscene skip earlier in the run? Because like, it was really really scary, because that really put up like a huge gap between you and Orch. Yeah, I think I might just let Orch. I might just put him at like forfeit, since he technically didn't finish the run. But yeah, that was very, very close and a really good race between both of you. Let me check who you're going up against. Frazzle will be going up against Mango next. And considering that both of them are losers, Orch is now out of the tournament. So, that might be the end of this right now. So, anyways, that was really fun to commentate, especially since I was by myself for the entirety of it. So, yeah, good race between both of you, Orch and Frazzle. So yeah, yeah, rip the Orch Frazzle, Orch Vapo rematch. Yeah, I guess I'll just end up send you guys off and just ending it soon. So that I am Guff, and this was a really fun race to commentate. So see you guys later in the next tournament matches. Later.